I think they are in a lot of trouble. Especially because when we attack, we get 2 more triggers and also the Prism Realm. Oh my goodness. So 4 triggers. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're looking at Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines, to celebrate the launch of Phyrexia, or will be one. She is essentially like having a Panharmonicon in your command zone, so if an artifact or creature entering would cause a triggered ability to happen, it triggers an additional time. Although Elesh Norn's actually better because she doesn't care what triggers the ability, it's any permanent entering, so that's already better than Panharmonicon, because it works on enchantments as well. But also, permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of permanents your opponents control to trigger, so it cancels their ETB, so it's very strong. And yeah, on top of the 4/7 Vigilance body, let's see what we can do with it today. So essentially the deck is an ETB deck, and it wouldn't be complete without having obviously the Panharmonicon. So if you have Panharmonicon out and Elesh Norn, you're going to get a lot of triggers, and it's just going to be absolutely crazy. Some of the dream scenarios you want to do, like Mightstone and Wheatstone, if this comes down with Elesh Norn, you can draw 4 cards or give 2 things -5/-5, or 1 thing -10. We don't have the Urza side, but that doesn't matter. You got stuff like Meteor Golem come in, destroy 2 things. It's just really good value here. So along with all the not hundreds, but loads and loads of removal spells we have, like Skyclave Apparition, loads of exile effects like Prison Realm, you want to basically have a pretty aggressive curve, because Elesh Norn is obviously a 5-drop, so you want to start hitting those drops as soon as she comes down. So that's why we've got several 2 and 3 drops, just to kind of optimize on that, because if you're just going for Elesh Norn into huge spells, and it's going to be a bit tricky, because a lot of the time you'll cast Elesh Norn and then she'll get killed. But that's where stuff like protection spells come in, and you've got the new Scroll of Defector Might, which can pay 1 Phyrexian white and tap to give her protection from creatures of that colour, but also hexproof from that colour until the end of turn. You can go a different route here with this deck. You can make it more flicker based, but I feel like it's just another route. I haven't gone for the flicker route, but if you play something like a Solomon and flicker it, you're going to get double triggers multiple times. So that's definitely something you can do, which I haven't here, but I've just gone for stuff like Mana Tithe, the Sheltering Light, and Selfless Savior effects, just to give them onboard effects that mean that if you get the Selfless Savior out before the Elesh Norn, it just protects her a lot easier than spending more spells to do so. The deck list will be in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And don't forget to leave me a like and a sub if you appreciate the content, and if you look forward to seeing more cards from Phyrexia or Obi-Wan. So let's get into the games. Okay, we go first against the new Kaya. Only 2 lands though, no way to search for more in hand. So let's mulligan this. This is slightly better. Actually, this is a lot better, so we can do a lot of things here. So the new Kaya, she can just straight up exile creatures 2 times before she goes away. Pretty crazy. I think we'll start with the dog, because if they do kill the dog for any reason, we can bring it back with the Extraction Specialist and then draw another card. This is definitely good with Elesh Norn, because if you can double this trigger, pretty crazy. Her +2 is insane. Going to 8 and then draining us for 3 and gaining 3. And Kaya has hexproof herself, which is very scary indeed. So this is a good turn for the Arcane Signet and Tome of Legends. So if everything goes well, we could even get Elesh Norn out next turn, but we can't protect her, so it's probably not worth it. It might actually be better to go for the Mightstone and Wheatstone. Magic Lantern. Mox Amber. Yeah, we're desperately in need of finding a way to kill the Kaya, and it's got hexproof, so I don't know how the hell we're going to kill this. How do you kill this Kaya? It's got hexproof. Is that a problem? Oh, Sanctify. Okay, that can buy us an extra turn, because if that kills the Lantern, then it means that she won't come down quite as fast. This is actually terrifying in 1v1. Hexproof. Hexproof, goodness. Liliana of the Veil. Is she going to make me discard, perhaps? Or sacrifice? Each player discards, okay. I guess we'll get rid of the planes here. I mean, they're hurting themselves doing that, so... Oh, okay, so I think we're going to go for some killage. Let's get rid of the Lantern, and then we can kill the... Yeah, we'll kill all their ramp. Because, as I said, if they resolve this, I just think we lose. I legitimately think we lose. So now if they make us sack, we'll just sack the dog. And this actually works out pretty good, because if they do that for any reason, we can bring it back with the Specialist. Weirdly enough, they don't have any black lands. Okay, they literally just played one. So that was lucky. Each player discards a card. Okay, I think we'll go for the Mox Amber here. So I'm glad we didn't deploy that. Oh, they had a March in hand. They could have used that to get rid of anything, but they chose to keep things in hand. I suppose they've got removal for the Elesh Norn. That's what I'm guessing here. Let's swing everything at the Liliana just to take her out a bit. I mean, they could have a kill spell. I kind of want to play the Elesh Norn a bit later, but I feel like we have to do it now just because I want to get a counter on the Tome of Legends, and we can protect it with the God's Willing, so... And I think what I'll do is I'm gonna keep the land in my hand because... Oh yeah, we get double triggers, don't we, with the Tome, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll keep stuff in hand because she's going to make us discard. They could have any form of board wipe. If they have a board wipe, it's going to mess up quite a bit. 4, 5, 6. But at least if they do... Oh, we took them out. That was super lucky having the double kill spells for their rocks because they would have been able to deploy the Kaya. And from there, I think... I actually don't know how to deal with that, to be perfectly honest. Oof, okay, we go first against Winota, I think. So, I mean, it's not a fantastic hand, but we do have the Day of Judgment, and it is nice to see something a bit different for a change. Well, a bit ironic, because Winota used to be very threatening in the meta, but I feel like they've kind of slowed her down quite a bit. So I've got Seal Away, so we're probably going to Seal Away... actually, I don't know. I don't really know. This doesn't feel worth sealing away. We'll see what we draw next turn. Having no creatures is a bit sucky, though. Dante Vanguard, that's a good one to seal away, so we'll probably be sealing that away the next turn. Constantly re-evaluating the field. Pass back to them. So this is a very controlly hand we have. We don't have any creatures whatsoever, which is very sad. Winota comes down to play. This is actually perfect. So they're gonna get an attack trigger, which makes me sad. But let's see what they hit, though. Because something they hit might be stronger than the Vanguard. I think we might be able to Ember Slay it. Whenever it attacks, you may pay... Okay, cool, yeah. So, same rules apply here. We're going to go for the Vanguard because they can just make this indestructible. So actually, Seal Away can be pretty good versus indestructible things, which are seemingly more common these days than usual, but... And yeah, we're just going to have to wipe here. We're getting rid of 8 mana's worth of creatures for 4 mana. I think that's a good trade-off. And also the fact that their Winota costs 6 mana when they only have 3. Pretty valid. That's a really nice Plains. Grim Initiate. So now they're just deploying their things. So go for Elesh Norn. We don't have really many other great plays. If she survives any way, we can go for the Portable Hole. Oh my goodness. One board wipe was enough to take him out. Fantastic. Oh, okay, we get to go first again. That's very lucky. And again, a really nice starting hand. The Ramos Dragon Engine, 5-color good stuff. We have the answer for it with the Sanctify. So this can destroy any artifact or enchantment. But I do see myself using this on probably a mana rock, to be honest. What are the chances that I win this game? Probably quite low because traditionally speaking, 5 mana decks just have all the answers. And but we shall see how we go. Have a bit more faith. And now they could absolutely whiff, but if they get 1 Cultivate, could change the game. So that's pretty much a Cultivate, plus 1 land. They get ever closer. For now, I think we'll go for the Search for Glory. What does this want to get me? So many. She's got a 4th land for the next turn with the Emiria's Call. Maybe we just go for a classic, something like the Wandering Emperor or Conquer's Death. This is a classic choice, my friends. Yeah, what would you have chosen there? I don't really know. This is a bit tricky because maybe that was too early. We should probably use Tutor's more reactively because unless you're doing a combo, or you know, apparently that was the absolute perfect choice. Always go for Elspeth Conquer's Death, apparently. Yeah, I think it's first with Dina Soul Steeper. The variance that Arena gives us lately is quite interesting. It gives us either very controlly hands or very aggressive hands. So Dina's a combo deck. Let's keep this because we've got the board wipe. It's going to be very powerful here. They generally have a lot of creatures in the deck that normally die or lose life or gain life in some way or another. So there's one of them. So let's just keep passing the turn. Again, we've got the Day of Judgment, so I don't really feel like killing anything yet, really. I think we can just tank a little bit. I mean, they are going to ramp here, but we can't stop everything. It's just not possible. They're going to swing in for one. Oh, okay, they don't swing in for one. That's interesting. I wonder why they didn't attack for one. They're scared of things that say destroy tap creatures. I think that would be the solution to the problem. I was wondering. So, any life gain drains us for one. There's so many infinite combos with this. I mean, we could just die, to be honest. Whenever they gain life. Is that... So they're both gain life triggers, okay. I do wonder, you know, if I should just go for the Banishing Light first and kind of lure out other cards. Or do we just go for... let's go for the Banishing Light. Yeah, this is more favourable because this will eke out any hexproof effects. Okay, that's cool. So we can... Yeah, the idea with this is, like, if I was to board wipe here, they might... I don't know, it just feels like the right thing to do. How do I justify... They've put that underneath, so they've got a way to remove the Banishing Light anyway. So actually, that was probably quite beneficial. And now they're just going to pump more creatures onto the field, which means our Day of Judgment gets more hits. So I suppose it was a greedy play of me, but I did have to put a down payment of 1, so... Why did they leave that there? Curious. And I mean, they might just be waiting for an answer. They might not necessarily just have one. So I don't have any protection spells. Let's just see if we can do this then. They could they've got 3 mana open. It could be anything. 3 mana plus 2 treasures. No, okay, that's cool with me. And as usual, we don't want to reveal the Monk's Hammer just yet. Because... Okay, so there's the Terror Sunder, exiles it. And then we can just kill the Dina. So, it all worked out in the end. I see what they were doing. They were banking the mana because they wanted to use the Terror Sunder for the cheapest cost available, but they were willing to pay 4 to get any permanent. This is a super strong card, by the way. If you've not crafted a Terror Sunder in your Golgari decks, I'd highly recommend it. It's a staple. Staple card there. Twilight Prophet. Okay, so they've got double green open. And Outland Liberator. Oh, that's annoying. So let's go for the Elesh Norn here. And sadly, we have no way to protect her. 3, 4, 5, 6. So even if they kill the Coastal Heart, we'll have the land and the Meteor Golem next turn. So yeah, we'll probably be deploying the Meteor Golem either way here. But it would be nice if they didn't kill Elesh Norn, obviously. It's just the way it's going to go. So they're going to swing in. Do they have the... Okay, interesting. Let's go for the Barons. And we might as well go for the Golem then. Let's see if this gets a double trigger. Wow, okay, so it sees 2 things. Fantastic. So we'll go for the Prophet and the Wolf, I suppose. I mean, this probably is just going to sack to kill the Coastal Heart anyway. Oh no, they're going to kill the Golem. Yeah, that makes more sense. And we can swing in for 4 Vigilance. Kill spell? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's the thing with Elesh Norn. So this is the interesting topic that I was hearing online, is a lot like the Commander Committee are like thinking of banning her, but as you can see, she dies to like literally uncommon effects, so I don't really see the issue with it, to be honest. Let's draw a card before we redeploy Elesh Norn, because I don't really want to... Oh, okay, we've got a protection spell here now. Okay, so next turn we can go for Elesh Norn, and we have the mana for the Loran's Escape. I don't know who Loran is, but... They've only got 1 black, and... Literally, every time I say they've only got 1 black, they play another black source, so I'm never going to say that ever again. That's me done now. Timuret, okay, so they can exile creatures from graveyards to gain life, and then when they gain life, they drain us. Have they got another way to kill an artifact? That would be sad, because Tome of Legends is literally keeping us in the game. Skyfisher Spider, okay. Oh, let's see what they do. This can give artifacts protection, which I think... Wow, they're going to get rid of the commander for this move. Absolute ballsy move there, yeah. We will protect this, because it's going to draw us 2 cards a turn. Elite Spellbinder. Not that exciting when you only have 1 card in hand, sadly. Okay, we're not doing too bad. They've used a heck of a lot of removal spells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crazy, really. Sigardian Evangel. Right, let's go for the... Right, okay. So go for the Elesh Norn here. Bing, bing. And we can go for the Mox Amber. We can even go for the Evangel as well. Let's draw a card first, though. Could be very helpful here. Prison Realm. Actually, this was really bad timing, because those cards are going to be discarded now. Tap permanent you don't control. I guess, wow, it taps anything. Yeah, that's a shame, because, yeah, that was really bad timing, actually. I forgot that the copies are discarded at the end of turn. Moldavine Reclamation. Well, at least they don't have another kill spell, but I think they are in a lot of trouble here. I think they are in a lot of trouble. Especially because when we attack, we get 2 more triggers, and also the Prison Realm. Oh my goodness. So, 4 triggers. So, although the scary thing about the Spider is if that ever comes back, they can exile one of our permanents, which is not going to be nice. Oh my god, look at that. Absolute masterclass in Elesh Norn. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got the mono-white matchup against Myral Shield of Argive. Very powerful card. We can't do anything in their turn, so our instants are sorceries in this game, essentially. Esper Sentinel, that's something that we should probably get rid of. But I don't want them to draw a card, so let's Fragment Reality here and pay the 1. So that's the end of that chapter, guys. See you later. And no creature because it has to be 0 mana. Thalia. Oh, dear me. Okay, we are really going with the Death and Taxes route, aren't we? So, baffling end on Thalia then. So then next turn, if all things go well, we go for the Key to the Archive, although maybe saving that would have been... Maybe saving this for after Elesh Norn would be better, but... Siege Veteran, okay. Counters, and whenever another... Oh, jeez, so many things. I think we'll go for the Key to the Archive and just hope we get board wipe. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? Right, so we're looking good. I cannot believe I summoned a board wipe to existence using the sheer power of my will. Gideon. Okay, that's annoying. That is annoying. So it looks like they're screwed on mana as well. Siege Veteran. This is getting crazy. I really don't want to go too hard in on the... I mean, I could go for Elesh Norn, but I don't have any backup plays. Maybe Welcoming Vampire would be better later on. Maybe Prison Realm. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet. Let's just go for the Ica Wellspring, because we need to hit lands. That's just the name of the game. Hit the lands. Fairground Warden. Okay, let's go for the Prison Realm on the Gideon then. Slight misplay here. I should have actually done the Prison Realm first, because it would have given me the Scry. And then I could have scryed a land to the top. Alas, that is the way the cookie crumbles. We still looking good. If they go for land morale, we can board wipe. We can clear their fields, which is nice. I will have to say using the Elesh Norn is pretty fun because I don't think people have clocked on to the fact that she's actually like available yet. So, oh, Maul of the Skyclave. So, changing tack here. We're going to go for Fairgrounds Warden because I don't really want to board wipe one thing, you see. So now we can go Welcoming Vampire into the Fairgrounds Warden, draw a card, and exile one of their things. Wonderful, and this is all without Elesh Norn. So get rid of that Siege Veteran, draw a card, and it's a tap land, which is great for the following turn. So Fair Basilica, new land that just came out, comes in tapped, and it's white. It's a sphere, which is relevant with certain cards, and also you can pay 2, sack it to draw a card. So it's like a slow cycle land. Right, opponent is probably in a lot of trouble here now. Especially because we've got Elesh Norn plus the Loran's Escape. So we can literally protect anything we need. And it looks like we're not going to really be using this board wipe unless things go absolutely horrendously wrong. The Default of Faith could be good, but we don't really have any kind of permanence in hand, so Turret Sanctum. I think we do some weird stuff then. I want to get the boardwalk out of the way, so it's probably for the best that we attack with everything. See what they do. They might not fall for it. So they do exactly as I want. Fantastic. So if they kill the Fairgrounds Warden, that means their creature comes back, which is great for us, because then we can use Day of Judgment on the whole field. And let's protect the Elesh Norn here. And then board wipe. I mean, let's see what this does to them. Pretty good hit, pretty good hit. And because we're doing really well, so that, yeah, this is what I mean. That Siege Veteran is pretty crazy. Let's sack this to draw a card, because we need more action, really. So at least it replaced itself. We're on 14, so it's not looking that great. I mean, we did take quite a few hits from this that Siege Veteran, didn't we? So we need some kind of card draw engine. Just anything just to draw us a couple. I mean, it's a shame that the Welcoming Vampire didn't really manage to do that much. Okay, so they're going full ham on the old creatures here. Signet isn't really going to cut it, is it? But I guess we can just pump the field here. Swing in. We've got some good blockers, I have to say. But that probably doesn't really matter when they've got the Maul of the Skyclaves to give something flying first strike. And we're literally top decking. Yeah, we're going to struggle here. We need to get permanence out. I mean, we can start attacking with the cave, but I'd say this is probably the worst downside of white. It's just the value. It's difficult to... Okay, so they played that not only at sorcery speed, but they... Oh, this is interesting. They're not actually reading Elesh Norn, are they? So 2 times in a row, they didn't read the fact that she has a Torpor Orb. That's really strange. Oh well, there you go, guys. The power of Elesh Norn is it makes people forget the ability she has, which is stronger than the actual ability she has itself. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.